Week 1 of skirmish season is in the books, and we have some data to talk about. Is it anything like what we had figured was going to be the case with this metagame? And should you engage with it on the main axis of the top 4-ish heroes, or should you try to play something different? Well, let's discuss. Spoiler alert, Florian was the winningest deck this past weekend. Very strong hero, very capable deck, and like we talked about in last week's video, you expected him to be at the top. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and cut to the chase. It turns out it's basically what we described. Florian, KO, and Blaze are the top 3 point-getting heroes. Florian with 24 total wins, KO with 21 total wins, and Blaze with 17 total wins. This comprises 17, 15, and 12% of the overall point getting, or I guess I should say win percentage. We haven't talked about points and LL breakdown, which is kind of funny because this is officially the final season of competitive, if you want to call it competitive, Blitz, and yet LL points are still going to count. Maybe that comes into play in the future, and it could, equate to, some new type of format or a restructuring of the format in some way, shape, or form. But the LL points are going to matter for one specific hero, and that is Blaze. We should go ahead and touch on that now. As you can see here, Blaze Firemind is at 897 points. During this season, the Super Slam season, she has gained 123 points. KO has gained 171 points, and if we scroll down, I might have just passed him. Aurora, by the way, 122 points, very strong as well. Where is Florian? Florian's only gained 86 points, but that number, by the way, these are indeed updated, as you can see right there. Updated with Skirmish 13 Week 1 results. That number is a little smaller than I would have expected, but Blaze Firemind, very close. If she has a couple of big weeks, very close to hitting the Living Legend status, as you can see these other heroes have done, and a Roll of Honor will be in her honor. And I will tell you right now, I will be playing in multiple skirmishes, and I really, really want to pick up a win with Blaze. It would mean the world to me to earn a win with her so that I can actually get my name on a Roll of Honor after all the games that I've played with her and just the times that I've enjoyed playing in this format. I think it would be really cool to pick up a win. So I'm going to be trying to do exactly that over the next couple of weeks once my skirmishes officially start, which is this weekend. I was crossing my fingers that nothing weird happened and she ends up like accidentally LLing before I could actually play her. Luckily, that doesn't appear to be the case, and she is still live and viable. There are no other heroes. We can talk about that. There are no other heroes that are really in the danger zone. KO, perhaps. I mean, he's gobbling up just as many wins as you can see here with 21 wins. But I don't think that the point totals are going to be high enough for him to actually, fail or I shouldn't even say fail. Succeed is really the thing. Succeed and hit a Living Legend status. I don't think KO or Blaze are going to do it, which means you're wide open to play anything you want. But we should talk about the other heroes on this list because it's the perfect encapsulation of the Blitz meta, or just Blitz in general, the format itself. Because look at all the heroes on this list. You've got Aurora at number 4 with 12 wins. Right behind her, I guess not right behind her, with 4 less wins. With 8 wins, you have Data Doll. Data Doll, a very powerful high roll hero, and can just do some serious stuff in this format and just Blitz in general, which is crazy to think because that's a hero that has an intellect of 3, a 3 intellect hero. And yet, from Crucible of War, she is a mainstay. Well, she wasn't a mainstay until certain Mechanologist cards got printed. She became a mainstay of the Blitz format for like 2 years almost now at this point. Verdant's right behind her with 7 wins. Levia, we talked about Levia last week, and I played against the Levia today as well. Levia with 6 wins. Dromai with 5 wins. Shiyana, Diamond Gemini in multiple ways. Like, this is just I'm gonna do it with this episode, with this video. I'm gonna show you the beauty that is Blitz encapsulated in a single hero, and that hero is Shiyana. But Shiyana picked up 4 wins, Vincent with 4, Arachne Solitary Confinement, a hero that probably should be doing better, but maybe it's just underrepresented, with 3 overall wins, Dash Database with 3, Dorinthia, which is an interesting one, with 3, Puffin with 3. I would not have picked Puffin, which is kind of crazy. And then a smattering of other heroes winning down there, including somehow a Genus. Probably just like a silly pick, but Genus somehow got there in the bottom, which is kind of crazy. But a bunch of other heroes you would expect, like well, maybe not Gravy Bones, but you look at like Azalea, Bravo, Flattering Showman, Syndra picked up a win, Dorinthia, I should say, Quicksilver Prodigy, as I turn my volume down so you don't hear another ding and check your phone. Kasai somehow picked up a win. Like, there's a bunch of heroes down here that the double prisms that are kind of pretty indicative of like underdog heroes, but the big talking point are those top 4 heroes being exactly what we talked about. And so how should you engage with this format? I still stand by the fact that if you're looking for a hero that is just pretty solid and good against the field and very aggressive, I really do think that Aurora is that hero. Aurora has the capacity to just put way more damage than is really sound in the Blitz format on the board. She can do some insane things. The fact that Arc Lightning, and I'll just put it on the screen so for those that don't know, Arc Lightning still exists in this format, even though, you know, all these other cards have been banned, she still has access to Arc Lightning, her specialization, as it slowly goes onto the screen. There we go. Aurora's Arc Lightning is a 0 for 5 or 6 normally. Normally this card is a 0 for 5 or a 0 for 6. And it's spread across like an unreasonable amount of chain links in ways that you just can't deal with. And it enables other cards. Like Aurora to me is just the hero that if I was looking to spike a tournament, I would run her out there. Like KO and Florian are also both great heroes and are better strictly than her, but if I'm looking for like an aggressive hero and I wasn't already going to be playing Blaze, then Aurora's just the natural answer. I expect her to continue to do well this season. Florian is probably still just going to be the best hero in the format if you're looking to spike one of these things. Florian seems like the slam dunk pick. And if you're looking to just high roll a bunch and just throw more damage than a lot of people can deal with, KO, of course these 4, right? It's these 4 heroes. It's Blaze in there as well. Those are the 4 that you should touch on if you're trying to spike. Now, if you're trying to like hard counter some of those heroes, you can look none other, and she picked up some wins, but you can look at none other than Dromai. I think Dromai has a clear path forward into most of those matchups, has the ability to play defensively enough and still leverage the board states and the dragons on the board to do some serious stuff. But if you want the spiciest freaking, we're just gonna do it. We're doing it. The spiciest freaking thing about Blitz is that Shiyana is continuing to just be so good. Here's the thing about Blitz. Look, I'm just gonna say it. Blitz is what LL wishes it was. Everyone wanted LL to be the thing where you get to play your hero, you get to do the powerful thing, you get to feel really good. It didn't necessarily turn out to be the way that it was perhaps perceived, at least from my perspective. It didn't turn that way. Blitz is that right now. It's been that for so long. You can play any hero in Blitz. You can do crazy, weird things. You never know what you're going to sit down to the table with. I just have to show you why this is the case. And unfortunately, I set this up without checking to see if my mic in this scene was unmuted. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. So now I get to talk over me showing you this deck that I rushed together and actually trying to pull the combo off. And I just started a game up against the dummy so that you can see this. Keep in mind, with all of the gold equipment, we have like 8 block of equipment just on the right side of the screen, plus the extra 2 from the Aurum Aegis. And so we have like 10 block with which to like set up the combo, but we just drew it on the second turn, basically. We have literally the Blazing Aether, the Arc Lightning, and the Raisin Army. So we just have everything we could ever want, and we just need like a blue or 2. So just to show you, we could like chuck block all of our equipment in on one turn, or you can block it out over the course of a turn. But keep in mind, we do have the 6 mites from before, so if we just send Flail and Arsenal like a combo piece, we're like so good. So Flail for 7, and then just throw like Arc Lightning is what I would throw, or Raise an Army or something into the old bin there. And look, we have a blue. We just need like 1 more blue, and we're off to the races. Because you just need Go Again on Flail and a blue with which to swing a bunch of the old Centauri Sellsword dudes. So like we can do this combo right away, basically. We just set up the Centauri Sellswords for next turn. Yeah, your opponent could like kill 1, so you could make more than just the 3. You could make like, I don't know, all 5 if you wanted to. But you draw up into a yellow, a blue, a couple of blues. You have 2 options for the Go Again on the Flail. Remember, you only need to attack with the weapon before you can actually send the Sellswords. But you can like crack a gold, keep the flying high here, which is what we're going to do here in just a minute. Of course, doing so, you want to play the Arc Lightning first. So Arc Lightning is going to ping. It's going to give Go Again to whatever you want, but instead, we're not even going to bother. We're just going to crack the gold and draw into another Raise an Army, which means we can just play the other Raise an Army, make the 2 more Sellswords, have the Go Again, ping again, and then play like flying high, pitching 4 resources into 4 Centauri Sellswords, and pinging. So here's the Flail for 1 and 1 Arcane, and then we go Centauri Sellsword for 3 and 1 Arcane, 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 and then Blazing Aether for 10. And what do we end up with as far as damage is concerned? If we look at the damage, 32 damage. Look at the joy on my face. That's what you need to do. Look, I'm just gonna say it. I love the Blitz format. I am so sad to see it go, I guess, in the way that it's going. Maybe it'll be back. Maybe we could play all of these crazy fun things. Maybe you could play Shiyana in some new format down the road. Or maybe we just do it ourselves. Maybe that's the goal going forward. Let's just make our own format. I don't know. But either way, I guess we'll round out by saying that the format in week 1, it was pretty cool, and it was a lot of fun to look at this data, and I don't know how to end this video. But if you like me waxing poetic about what is a sad but also awesome way to kick off the final season of Blitz. So, what are you going to play? Tell me what you're going to play in a comment below, and make the number go to the other number down there to support the channel. As always, everybody, thanks for watching.